Hello, everyone. This is Ms. Mouth Almighty from a little bit of this and that talk coming to you today because I wanted to talk to you, mainly the ladies, about some things. And guys, if you want to listen in too, because it does involve you, please feel free to do so. But really, the ladies, let's get into it. Let's talk. So, when I watch these court shows or if I'm in the store and I may overhear a conversation or what have you, what I'm realizing is that a lot of women nowadays are not as patient as they perhaps can be, or I believe should be. So, what I'm saying is, when a lot of women get into relationships, they can be very, very toxic. For example, are you that stalker chick? So are you that woman who's in a relationship with your significant other, and because of not even trust issues with him, let's just go with the first scenario that he's doing everything he needs to do, he's treating you good, he's coming home from work every day, he's giving you a couple of dollars, he takes you out. I mean, like, he is really treating you good, but because of your own insecurities, you become this stalker chick. So when he wants to go out, you want to go with him. If it takes him too long to come back from the store, when he gets back home, you're questioning, well, why did it take you 5 minutes longer to get back from the store when it only takes you 10 minutes to get back from the store? If he wants to go out with his homies, then you say, well, I want to go. And then when he says no, then you catch an attitude. And then you call your girls up. And then ironically, you end up at the same place where him and his boys are. Like, are you that stalker chick? Or if he wants to go out and buy some clothes, you have to be with him because you want to see the type of clothes he's buying. You want him to look good, but at the same time, you really don't want him looking too good because you really don't want nobody else looking at your significant other. And it's really, it's not a good thing to put yourself in a position like that. You know, um, I don't get it. And then the other scenario, the flip side of that is you're in a relationship with someone and they cheated on you. So you do all of those things. But then you take it a step further because when he says that he's going out, you have already secretly put an app on his phone or on his vehicle to track his every move. So if he lies to you, like, you already know where he is. God forbid he goes to another woman's house. Hey, you right there. You one of them chicks, you'll get in the car, drive to the other woman's house, knock on the door, and then get into an argument with her. Why are you getting into an argument with her? I never understood that. Why are you ready to beat her up before you even lay hands on him? And half the time, you ain't even laying hands on him. What you do? You cussing, you fussing, you yelling, you calling them names. Yeah, you might burn his clothes, and that's wrong too. Let's keep it for real. But you want to beat up the other woman. Why are you beating up the other woman? Because guess what? He playing both of y'all. He lying to you and he lying to her. Come on now. Put your thinking caps on. Don't think that you all that you got him on lock like that, because obviously this is some behavior that he was exemplifying before y'all even got together. Come on, girl, you got to think. You got to think. You putting yourself in harm's way, going to somebody's house, knocking on the door, talking about, I know my man in here, I know my man in here, and all this and all that. For what? Because at the end of the day, if he been with you for 5 years and been cheating with her for, let's say, 6 months or whatever, yeah, you gonna be mad at him. You put him out. You gotta go, and you calling them names, this, that, and the other. But chances are you gonna take him back. So why you even putting yourself through all that stress? So when you doing all this and you trying to track him and you trying to be there, whether he treating you good or cheating on you, and you become this stalker chick, the question is, what has happened to you? So you've let yourself go, right? So you forgot all about the goals and everything that you want to achieve in life. And because you so stuck on him, you just put all your eggs in one basket and you all up in this man's grill. Like, really? You all up in him. You so far up in him, you can give him a prostate exam. Like, really? That's not where you want to be. So what do you do? Girl, back up. Let the man breathe. Don't you want to breathe? You don't want nobody all up on you like that. And if you do get somebody all up on you like that, for me personally, that's a red flag. I don't want nobody suffocating me like that in a relationship, not in a healthy relationship. Yes, you're going to argue, you're going to fight, you're going to have your arguments or whatever, but hopefully you can work them out. It won't be nothing so bad. You know what I'm saying? But don't become that stalker chick that needs to be around him 24/7. You get mad when another woman looks at him, or you accusing him of looking at other people when he ain't really looking at nobody for real, for real. But human nature, that's what we do. You look at other people, he might look at other people. What's wrong with that? As long as you don't touch. And even if you do touch, the bottom line is this: you can only control yourself. You can only control who you are. You can only control what you do. You can only control your emotions because you're an adult. You can't control no other adult. So, girl, back it up, woosah, and go sit down somewhere. Like, seriously, don't become that stalker chick. You know, women, men get killed behind stuff like that. Is it even worth it? There's so many fish in the sea. It really is. And that's the truth. Is it even worth it? No, it's not worth you losing your life or going to jail for something that could have been prevented. Just because you an emotional roller coaster and you can't control your feelings now, you all up in jail because you didn't assaulted her when he was lying to you and her. But yet you still trying to be with him at the same time. Girl, stop. Girl, bye. Seriously, get your mind right. And if you got kids, this is not what you want to show your children because this is not healthy. Because rest assured, when they get older, they're going to exemplify the same behavior when they begin to experience relationships. And then you'll be trying to tell them, well, don't do that because I've been through that. And they're going to look at you like, well, you went through it. Why can't I? Even though you telling them not to. So everything that you do, just keep in mind that somebody's watching you. Even if you don't have kids, somebody's watching you. Be a role model. Be a role model for yourself. Be a lady. Be like a delicate flower. What happened to that? Because I'm telling you, when you do all these things and you become this stalker chick, right? What does that say about you? Does that say that you have low self-esteem about yourself? Does that say that, you know, maybe you were taught this type of behavior from grandma, mom, sister, or auntie, or maybe even friends? What does that say about you? You need to be your own person, your own woman, and you need to do that so that you can draw positive energy to you, not negative energy. That's not what you want. See, that low self-esteem can get you in a place like that. You don't want to get there. It can get you in a depression mode. You don't want to do that. I don't care how fine looking or how good your significant other smell. That's fine and well. But try to balance that. Learn how to balance that, right? Because I'm quite sure you don't want somebody up under you 24/7. And if you do, you might want to check yourself. Seriously. Because we all need a breather from our significant other every now and again, right? So check yourself. Because when you become this stalker like person, it brings on all this stuff internally in your body: stress, mental illnesses like panic attacks, anxiety, maybe even schizophrenia, paranoia. All of these illnesses that honestly that we really don't want. Acting like that can bring on a lot of things, and that's not where you want to be, girl. Get your mind right. Get yourself together, right? You don't want to mental illnesses. You don't want to go to jail over something that can be avoided. And while you in jail, he laid up with her or with somebody else. Because keep in mind, he lying to everybody. So get that self-esteem up. But how do you get the self-esteem up? Talk to somebody. Maybe you don't want to talk to your friends. Maybe you don't want to talk to family. I get it. Because sometimes they can be judgmental even though they say that they're not being judgmental. So maybe go to therapy. Maybe go to a counselor. Maybe even talk to the pastor if you're comfortable with doing that. But I always say go to a therapist, go to a counselor, someone who doesn't know you, someone who can be neutral, someone who can give you their undivided attention and give you the tools that you need in order to navigate through relationships once you get in them in a healthy way. And you'll be surprised what it can do for your mind. You really will be. You'll be surprised what it can do for your mind. Talk to someone. You don't want to be violent to people because you don't want nobody being violent to you. And if this is learned behavior, it could have been some trauma that you experienced as a child. It could have been some type of abuse that you've experienced and you never got help about it. So now that you're older, it's showing up in your relationships as an adult. And you don't want that. Don't you want to be mentally healthy? Mentally healthy, right? Talk to someone. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. Nobody has to know that you're getting the help unless you tell them. That's your business. That's between you and that professional. Get yourself some help. Don't put yourself in a situation. Don't make yourself look like a fool running out there chasing after him for what? That's not what you want. That's not what you want to be, right? So once you get your help and you start folding back those layers, taking those layers off, right? Take those layers off, right? Take them off, take them off. You may cry through it and that's fine. You may yell through it. You may get upset through it and that's fine because now you're going through the healing process. And now that you're going through everything and you are accepting those things that have happened in your life, you can move forward in a positive way. So when you begin to move forward in a positive way, that will bring positive energy to you, which will draw positive energy to you from other people. And then you can be your best self. You can be your best self when you go to work, when you go to church, when you're around your kids, when you're around your other family members, when you're around your friends, and most importantly, when you're with yourself, you can be your best self. Because, girl, you are worth it. You are worth it and you deserve it. Girl, you deserve a break today, okay? So once you get that help, then maybe start looking at yourself. Take a big look at yourself in the mirror. Take a good look at yourself in the mirror. Look at your hair. Look at your nails. Look at your clothes. Look at your weight. Maybe it's some things that you want to change about yourself. Instead of taking that negative energy, putting it on him, trying to track his every move. Put that energy on you. Turn it around. Take that negative energy and turn it around and make it positive energy, right? Right? Maybe start exercising. Maybe change your diet. Maybe just start walking. Maybe do a different hairstyle. Maybe start doing your nails. If you don't, maybe keep your nails up. Maybe do something different that's going to make you feel good. Because when you feel good on the inside, that's going to show on the outside. Okay? It's definitely going to show on the outside. And then you can walk proudly with your shoulders up and your head up, not being conceited, not being arrogant, but just having this positive aura about yourself that everyone will see because now you're working on you and you know who you are. And once you know who you are, right, then you can get into these relationships with other people and then they can bring out the best in you as long as they're good and you can bring out the best in them because now you're healthy. And it starts with your mind. You're healthy mentally. You're healthy internally. You are healthy. Okay? You're healthy. And that's what you want. Don't be that stalker chick because it will lead to mental illnesses. It could lead to physical problems within your body. You could develop an ulcer, right? You can develop that. And that's not something that you want. Ulcers come from stress. That's not what you want. I developed one years and years ago, because I really didn't like the job that I had. And when I went to work, I didn't get along with the manager. It was just crazy. And this was like decades and decades ago. And that's not what I wanted. But when I left, I felt 100% better, right? So what you want to do is make sure that you're your best self. Keep up with your appointments, because physically you want to be the best that you can be. We only get one body. Put the sugar down. You don't have to put it completely down, but you don't have to eat it every day either. Go to the dentist. Make sure your mouth look good. Make sure your teeth are white. They got a lot of toothpaste out here nowadays that naturally turns your teeth white. Keep up with your dentist appointments. Keep up with your eye appointments. I know it's a lot, but you deserve it and you're worth it. We only get one body. And we have to take care of it while we are here. So don't put all your eggs in one basket, fooling around with him and running after him and chasing after him and doing all this and all that. Because while you're doing this and you end up in jail or end up in the hospital because somebody then beat you half to death because you was trying to beat them half to death over him, you laid up in the hospital racking up a hospital bill. He ain't even coming to see you because he really don't care. And what does that get you? Where does the negative behavior get you? It gets you in the hospital, or it gets you in jail, or it can even get you dead. And that's not what you want. That's not what you want, girl. Put that energy into yourself. Get yourself some help. Talk to somebody about what you're going through internally. Maybe change your diet. Start exercising. It'll open up those endorphins. Drink plenty of water. That helps a lot. I drank water for a whole year straight. Didn't drink no tea, didn't drink no juice. And I'm here to tell you, it opened up my mind a lot. It made me feel so good. I thought I was walking on cloud nine, seriously. It helps. Put that energy into you. Make yourself look good. And I guarantee you that man that's supposed to be with you, he'll find you. But you don't have to keep going through the negativity. Because sometimes when we're in these relationships with these men, they're not good for us, but we hold on to him. Why? Maybe because we feel like he got money. Maybe because we feel like he can take care of our kids and they're not even his. Maybe because the sex is so good, so we think, right? So we hold on for all of those reasons, which are really not good reasons. Because without the two of you being friends and knowing each other and continuing to get to know each other on a deeper level, it's going to fizzle out. It's like, okay, then what? Now what? Right? So if you know it's not good for you, you usually know in the very beginning, let it go. That's not good for you. Just let it go. Right? Because you deserve more than what you're putting yourself through. You don't have to go through that. You really don't. And just because you're a woman, nobody said you had to be in a relationship. You don't have to. Don't let people pressure you to be in a relationship. Don't let people pressure you into dating someone that you may not be feeling, no matter what they say. That's your choice when you feel like dating and who you feel like dating. Don't be pressured into certain situations. Take care of yourself. Don't be a stalker chick. Don't be a violent chick. Don't be a depressed chick. Don't be a dependent on someone else to take care of you chick. Right? Don't put yourself in those abusive situations in a relationship chick. Don't do that. Because again, you are better. Just think about what I'm saying. It's not even worth it. Let him go. If he want to go, let him go. If he really wants you, he'll find his way back to you in a changed way. If not, hey, another one bites the dust. Keep moving. Ain't nothing. That's a small thing for real. But don't be a stalker chick. Don't be one of those type. Don't be one of those type chicks. You don't want to do that. Take care of yourself. Take care of your kids. Because if you're not healthy, how you going to be good for anybody else, including yourself, your kids, the job, anybody, if you're not good? So just remember what I said. And I would like to know what you all think. Comment below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. Until the next time, this is Ms. Mouth Almighty signing off. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.